Hi, Ginger with today's side. You may have heard that we're going to be having a presidential election next year. You may also have heard that the Democratic candidate, whoever it is, really depends on certain groups that comprise the party, because that is the Democratic Party. That is really a cobbling together of all these little special interest groups, young people, students, suburban women, and of course blacks and Latinos, especially black voters, because the Democratic Party or the Democratic candidate traditionally gets over 80%. If they get less than 80%, they're in real trouble. You could almost say they can't win. Well, all those groups I named and some I haven't named, perhaps Joe Biden, he's losing support among all of them. I can't say all of them the numbers have reversed, that groups that supported him, now the majority oppose him. Some of them, that's true. Other ones, he still gets majority support, but that majority is going down. The question is, just how bad is it? Just how bad is it? And I'm going to show you. This is how bad it is. Watch.
CNBC out with a new All-America Economic Survey. This one looking at the Biden administration losing some support heading into election year. Steve Leisman joins us now with the results. Steve.
Very much, Sarah. Despite solid economic data, along with hearty holiday spending plans, Americans giving President Biden terrible approval numbers, no matter how you look at it. First, let's look overall. 35% overall approval versus 59%, a record high for the CNBC All-America survey during the president's tenure. 33-62 on the economy. He's almost as much underwater as he's ever been. And then now on foreign policy, 29-63, that's a record high. 34 points underwater. Let's look at where it's fallen from 41%. If we go and look at the trajectory on this, up 5 points on disapproval, down 6 points on approval. This is not the most wonderful way for a president to be heading into a re-election year. And one really interesting group that we've been looking at now is the Latino vote and Latino preference here. You can see that it was sort of even in the second quarter, and now a big gap here with 61% disapproval of President Biden and just 28% approval. Now, taking a look at Trump versus Biden, all of this better for former President Trump than President Biden. The gap was 4 points. Margin of error in the poll is 3.1 percentage points. So we're outside of that margin of error here with a 48% to 42% Trump lead over Biden in a head-to-head match. The trouble here is the president losing support among key groups that put him into the White House back in 2020. First year, in the outer suburbs, President Biden has made actually some gains here, but not here on the urban core. These were key counties for the president in 2020. Women 18 to 49 among the hardest hit when it comes to inflation out there. Their support has waned. And of course, Latino voters we just saw actually flipping from +7 for Biden to +5 for President Trump. On the one hand, Biden hasn't actually started campaigning yet. It's unclear if groups that are not supporting him now would actually pull the lever for Donald Trump. Still, the bully pulpit of the presidency is a pretty powerful perch, and Biden so far has been unable to use it to convince most Americans he deserves another term. Another thing, Sarah, here is Democrats. Democrats give him only 70% approval on the economy. When President Trump was in office, Republicans gave him a 90% approval rating.
That's my thought for today. Thanks for stopping by. If you could subscribe, that would really be great. Super great, fantastically great. And share this video with anyone you think would benefit from it. But most of all, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.